through that.
I'll let you do that. I think
Okay.
that's, yeah.
All right, I'll call to order the Cable Commission's Advisory Board for January 16th, 2025. Roll call, we have a quorum today. First item up is our new members. We've got Mike Firth here and Tom Schmidt. Mike Firth will be with us from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2027.
You can let Tom join here.
There's Tom.
And Tom
We
has
just
made
getting
it.
started.
Am I late?
20 seconds, Noah.
Jeez, look at you go, Tom. 45 seconds late.
And
You get to sit next to me. I told him you might not want to sit next to me.
our other new member, Tom Schmitz, who just arrived, has the exact same term, which is January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2027. We want to thank Vicky Tambernino and Les Schultz for their service on the Cable Commission's Advisory Board. The next item up on our agenda is our election of officers. We have a chair to fill, a vice chair, and a secretary position to fill. We can either fill those positions all with us, or we can wait or see if some of the other ones will be. I was vice chair last year, so I'm fine with moving into chair for the next term, if you guys are fine with that, but then we'll need a vice chair and a secretary for the next two positions, so.
I don't know if am I volunteering to be vice chair, or do I have to nominate myself to be?
What's the role entail to be vice chair or secretary?
I believe vice chair is if I'm gone, you're running the meeting. Secretary is just documenting kind of our notes here.
Taking notes?
Yeah, what we're doing.
Well, I would volunteer to be either one. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Victor, Tom, would you guys want one of them?
I'll be vice chair if I get the choice.
All
Okay,
right.
I would like to nominate Mike Firth as vice chair and Bala Humbard as secretary,
and then do you want to put me, Seth Visser, in as,
and Seth as chair.
okay, we have a motion?
That's my motion.
Okay,
I'll second the motion.
so we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item on our agenda is our approval of our minutes. So our minutes from our last board meeting. Is there any questions on those? I don't know if anybody really saw them, maybe but Paula. Stephen, did you have any comments on those at all or not?
Yep, nothing to comment on.
Okay, then I'll just need a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting, which was in June.
I so move.
I second.
Okay, motion is second. Any further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5.1 are activities. Stephen.
All right, so before you have our activity reports for June through December. Included in the report, you have a list of our studio productions, all of our council chamber recordings, recordings within the community, and all of our programs that are submitted each month, as well as our DVD sales, which is usually $0 or $5, not too much anymore. But our next item will be going over our programming, so we'll go into more of those individually at that point. But is there any questions about our activity reports?
Has there been any highlights or anything that's popped up on some of the special programming or?
Yeah, this covers a lot of our, busier time of year is the later half of the year. So in July, we did the Bavarian Blast Parade. In October, we did the Oktoberfest Parade. And then in November, we had the Parade of Lights. One of our big live programs that we do each year.
All right. I will entertain a motion to accept the activities report.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now on to our new stuff, programming update, Stephen.
All right, so here's our programming updates. These are all of the programs that we have created and completed within the time frame of since our last meeting. And since we have some new members here, you might not be familiar with all of our different shows that we do. So we'll start at the top here. Don't forget to read the instructions is a collaboration that we do with the New Ulm Public Library. And so each episode we show the rules and a playthrough of a new board game. So we did 4 new installments of that program. Do you have any comments? Mike, our production technician, Mike is here. He is the one who shoots and plays along with this program. And it does really well online.
Yeah, I mean, we average between 50 and 100 views or more on some of the more popular, but like Tapple, for some reason, we get a lot of views on the game Tapple, which was a lot of fun to play. I don't understand. So I've played other games that are just as fun, but yeah, so, people, I guess, are searching for the game and they find Tapple to be one that they really enjoy.
So yeah, don't forget to read the instructions. I think we have a couple more planned at this point.
Yeah, we usually do one a month. The library likes to do them once a month, maybe a little less than once a month. It usually takes about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours on a morning that all of us have nothing else going on. We sit down, we play a board game. Yeah.
So you're getting 4 to 5 or every 6 months or so?
Yeah. So I'd say 4 to 5 every 6 months because it's usually once a month. But some months the library's too busy and we skip a month, or some months we're too busy and we skip a month. It's sort of something we fill in when we all have time.
So how are the games selected that are played?
Leroy finds the games. He's the programming librarian, and he just he brings in whatever crazy game he can find. I don't know how he finds them. Some of them are pretty wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just says, this is what we're playing this month. He'll usually walk into my office and be like, hey, we're free on Friday. Can we shoot on Friday morning? We're going to play this game. And I'm like, all right, yeah, sounds great.
Great.
All right. Our next program is Living United. This is a talk show that we do with the United Way of Brown County. And we usually do monthly, but I think we were more like bi-monthly for this period. We did an episode on Pro Kinship for Kids, Scouting America, and the CAST, the senior group in town. The next program is Something Artsy. This is a monthly series that we do, usually about 6 to 8 interviews that are usually related to like a community event that's happening. And so that's, every month we've done that, and we've just shot the new episode today for the next month's programming. Any questions about Something Artsy? And then the New Ulm Forum is a show that we do with the League of Women Voters. And this is usually topics related to the community. And so we did about 7 new episodes in that past period. We did one introducing the Superintendent Coster. We talked with the Sister Cities intern, Annika Fisher. We talked with the program director of the Adapted Recreational Services. We talked with some of the fire department, someone from Gray's, the food co-op, and then we talked with the PUC staff who had gone down south for the hurricane helping. And then we also talked with the Brown County Evaluation Center director. Any questions about the forum? Next up is the Brown County Historical Society presentations. They'll contact us when they have a presentation and the speaker is open to being filmed. And it looks like we did about 5 new presentations within that period. Those are, we don't upload those to our YouTube channel. They have their own channel. So, but they are pretty popular, I think, when they air on the channel, on our NewCat channel.
So this is a Historical Society has its own YouTube channel?
They do,
Okay.
yep. So when we record that, we just edit it
there.
and send it to them, and then they put that on their channel. The next one is actually kind of a big one. Tales of the Town. This is a new program that we are producing in collaboration with the State Street Theater and the library and the Historical Society. And so this is a short series where we look at a unique story related to New Ulm, and we have Leroy from the library narrate the story, and we have actors from State Street act it out in reenactments on stage in sort of a black box environment. So
Interesting.
we've filmed one episode so far, and that was on the murals of Turner Hall. And our next episode is filming next week, and it's about Carrie Nation when she had visited New Ulm. She was a anti.
She was a radical feminist against alcohol.
What was her name?
Carrie
Carrie
Nation.
Nation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She would go into bars with a hatchet and
Yes, I
smash
heard
up
about
bottles.
her,
Yep.
yes.
And she
So that.
visited New Ulm.
I do remember, yeah, she'd be an owl, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yes.
So we're doing that as our next episode. So that's a fun series, and I think a really fun collaboration with a lot of different people. Any questions about that one?
So how many of those are you looking to make? Is that one a month or a couple a year?
I think right now we're kind of planning about 12.
12, okay.
At least that's what the other partners in this collaboration are interested in doing, and then we can kind of take it from there. And
Where can people view it?
we have that on our YouTube channel, the
Okay.
New Cat YouTube channel,
Okay.
as well as the cable channel as well.
Yeah, don't lose it, you won't get it back.
So yeah, we are kind of covering, I guess bars right now are the first few episodes, and then we wanted to do a series on weather-related incidents in the community.
Yeah, I think the next episode of the Carrie Nation one, we're going to do an episode just generally on prohibition stories. So it'll be about 3 to 5 minutes about, small stories from prohibition, like, somebody had a still here, there was a secret communications network, so the cops would come in and seize the phones when they came and that kind of thing. And then after that, we're going to do weather events, likely will be the next 3 episodes. Our plan is to do 3 episodes on each topic so that we can then play it back in each slot on the channel as a half-hour program, because each one of the stories is about 5 to 7 minutes.
Oh.
So when it plays back, it'll only be a 5 to 7 minutes, so it's hard to program that for the channel. But when we do 3 episodes, we'll have enough for a half-hour slot. And then they'll be themed so that we can play as 1 episode on bars, 1 episode on weather, 1 episode on
Right.
whatever we decide to do after that. We've had some other, like, strange crimes is an idea that Leroy has, because he read a story
There's
about
been a
somebody who was
few
a
in this
chicken
town.
thief or something like that. And
In town?
we don't want to do murders. That's the one thing, is we don't.
Like,
We want to keep it reasonably light, so no
Mur-
wars or murders. And,
Well, there's the
know,
brothels that we're in
The
town.
brothels would be one we'd want to talk about, just because it's stories that some people know, but not everybody knows. And then there's a lot of really fun and interesting things I've heard since I started working here 7 years ago. So I feel like it's a great avenue to tell some of those lighter, fun stories versus, so and so got murdered.
Good way to keep our local characters alive.
all right, our next show is a movie talk show that we do with the New Ulm Film Society. We have Clay Schultz from the newspaper as the co-host, along with Mike here, where they talk about usually about 5 to 7 upcoming films for the next month, movies that are usually coming to either New Ulm or Mankato, so people will be able to watch them and then just kind of give their opinion on whether if it's something worth checking out. We have like a trivia on the show too. It's a lighter, fun show.
Even tries to stump us with trivia every time.
And then we have other studio recordings. So the studio is available to be checked out for community members. So we've had Craig Blackstead. He likes to come in and do sets of covers of different genres and artists. So he had done one on Alan Jackson. We had the Riverbend Brass Choir come in and do an interview about their programming that they had going on for December. We had an interview with Denny Warda, talking about different history. We recorded one of the library's author visits with Bill Straczynski. And then the league had a special event where the Secretary of State, Steve Simon, was in town talking about election information prior to the election, as well as a presentation on the history of blues. And then the next set of programming is community recording. So we go out into the community and record as much as we can. That includes Turner Talks. A lot of these videos are short videos of events, about 5 minutes or less. So we went out to the Farm City Hub Club, or the Popcorn Wagon was celebrating their 110th birthday. I don't know if it necessarily go over each and every one of these, but a lot of these are shorter. The Smiley Farewell concert, that was a bigger event that we had covered. It was kind of like a half-day event of music.
A lot of bands playing.
Yeah, neat.
And then the rest of the programming is our shows that are submitted to our channel. Things from Mankato or Egan went abroad throughout the state. And then at the bottom we have our channel reports for YouTube, and I left our previous one just to kind of show comparison of the difference. Previously, we had gained 8,000 views in that time frame, and in this past time frame, we had 58,000 views. So the big difference is that we started sharing, what do we call them on YouTube? Shorts.
Oh, sure.
And that generates a lot of traction and views for the channel. So for all of the content that we've created in the past decade or so, we can kind of pull one of those things up and create a short that's 20 seconds long, and it kind of just is like a trailer for the channel, basically. But also we've had a lot of watch time, and we've gained 124 subscribers in the past 6 months. So we're at 745 total.
I mean, all those numbers are significantly larger. I mean, even, the city of New Ulm is up by 3,000 almost, and
Yep.
the amount of hours we've watched is more than doubled.
I'm not sure what's going on with that one as much, but because that's kind of more consistent city meetings. But sometimes there will be a meeting that everyone needs to watch or see. So
But even 50,000 more Newcat views. I know it's, the shorts, but still, that's
Yep.
huge.
Yep. So we've been putting a lot of work into that YouTube channel and trying to make it grow a little bit
Well,
more.
and look
so.
at the hours, it's 5X too, the amount of hours of watch time.
All right, I think that's all I have for our programming.
Looks good. I'm really happy to see the YouTube channel report, and, that all the efforts are paying off and they're getting recognized. That's good.
Thank you.
All right, do we need to receive the programming update?
I'll make a motion to receive the programming update from June through December 2024.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Last item is our Brown County Board recording space. I think this was suggested by last time.
Yeah, so I've reached out to the administrator and a couple of times, and I haven't heard back. It doesn't seem like that's something that they're particularly interested in. So I could keep trying, but I don't want to force it.
Yeah.
As far as right now, we just continue to bring a camera, record from the back, and
Go from there.
yep.
Okay. All right, I'll offer or take a motion on that as well.
I'll offer a motion to receive the report on meeting with Newcat staff and Brown County Administrator regarding potential improvements to county board recording space.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Lastly, is there any comments from our new board members or Paula? If not,
Well, Chair and members, I just want to state that I'm appreciative to be on the board here, and I appreciate all that NewCat does. I think we've got a fantastic thing going there, and very appreciative to the NewCat staff and the city for offering this to the community.
very good. Well, welcome, Tom, and welcome, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, look at that.